This will be a quick review of sedimentary rocks. Most sedimentary rocks form with the same 4 steps. Okay, first of all, weathering, which is breaking down a big rock into just little pieces, which are called sediments. The second step is erosion, which is the transportation of those sediments by a variety of different methods. Third step that most sedimentary rocks require is deposition, which is where that movement stops. Okay, the fourth step is the most important, and it's really what causes it to become a rock. It's called lithification, which really means making into rock. There's 2 parts to lithification, and both are very important. First of all, it has to be compacted, so that means the sediments are squeezed together, usually by the weight of overlying sediment. And then the other one is that it has to be cemented together using minerals that get deposited in the pore space between those sediments just by groundwater. Okay, water flowing between sediment, pieces of sediment, deposits a small amount of the glue, really it's the glue, or dissolved minerals, okay, that hold that rock together. There's 2 different classifications, or 3 different classifications of sedimentary rocks. The first one is clastic. This is what most of us think of when we think of a sedimentary rock. It's a rock made of pieces of other rock. Okay, those pieces, again, the sediments, also are called a clast. Okay, a clast. That's why these are clastic sedimentary rocks. They are usually named or categorized by the size of the clast, meaning from gravel to sand to clay, or the roundness of the clast, being angular or being very rounded. Here's a quick table showing that as the energy and the environment deposition changes from high energy to low energy, the size of the sediment changes, and that's what really causes the change in the rock name. So high energy, example would be a young, fast-moving river, has large pieces of sediment, so that'd be conglomerate and breccia. Okay, as we decrease energy, might be more of a beach environment, a shoreline where there's still movement of water, but much less energy than a fast-moving river, and that's where the sand would be deposited, producing sandstone. And then finally, the deep ocean, where there's hardly any movement, very extremely still, is where the clay can finally settle out to produce shale. The other 2 types of sedimentary rocks are chemical sedimentary rocks, which are formed through pretty much the evaporation of water containing some sort of dissolved minerals. This is where we produce things like limestone, salt, and gypsum are all formed through evaporation. And then the very last one, the third group, is biochemical or bioclastic or organic. A lot of different names for this, but these are the sedimentary rocks made from shells, skeletal remains and shells. It says most of the limestone on the planet is actually made out of shells from organisms. Cool thing with sedimentary rocks is that they have a lot of different cool features, okay, that are unique to sedimentary rocks. Ripple marks, mud cracks, and fossils are all unique things that only occur in sedimentary rocks because igneous and metamorphic rocks, there's too much heat and pressure for things like ripple marks to form, or mud cracks, or definitely fossils. Okay, so those are particular features of sedimentary rocks.